The elevator door slid open, revealing a young woman in a red hoodie. She stepped inside, pressed multiple buttons, and then froze. Her head snapped towards the hallway as if someone or something was lurking just beyond view. She peeked outside, darted back in, and then she began moving strangely. Her arms twisted unnaturally, her hands traced invisible shapes in the air. She looked like she was speaking, but to who? Then, as if the air had been sucked out of the world, she vanished. The elevator doors closed, opened again, closed. Elisa Lam was never seen alive again. This is the story of one of the most disturbing disappearances in modern history. A case filled with haunting footage, eerie coincidences, and a hotel with past so dark it could be straight out of a horror movie. What happened to Elisa Lam, and why does her case still terrify people today? To understand Elisa's disappearance, we have to start with the Cecil Hotel. Built in 1924, the Cecil was supposed to be a glamorous getaway in downtown Los Angeles. But as the years passed, it became something else, a place of violence, crime, and death. In the 1930s and 40s, it was nicknamed the Suicide Hotel. Guests kept jumping out of windows. In the 1980s, serial killer Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, lived there while on his killing spree. Another serial killer, Jack Unterweger, stayed at the Cecil while murdering prostitutes in LA. By the time Elisa checked in on January 26, 2013, the hotel was a rotting shell of its former self, half renovated, half decayed, a place where long-term residents mixed with unwitting tourists, a place where horrors festered in the walls. Elisa had no idea. Elisa Lam was a 21-year-old college student from Canada. She had dreams of seeing the world but struggled with depression and bipolar disorder. She shared her thoughts openly on a Tumblr blog, posts about life, love, and feeling lost. In January 2013, she embarked on a solo trip across the West Coast, stopping in San Diego, Santa Cruz, and finally, Los Angeles. She checked into the Cecil Hotel on January 26th. At first, she was staying in a shared room, but after her roommates complained about her odd behavior, she was moved to a private room. Then, on January 31st, she disappeared. On February 13, 2013, LAPD released the now infamous elevator footage of Elisa, the last known sighting of her. The 2.5-minute video is unsettling for reasons no one can quite explain. She enters the elevator and presses multiple buttons, but the doors don't close. She peeks out nervously. Then she steps in and out, as if she's hiding from someone. Her movements become erratic. Her hands twist, fingers play out like she's interacting with something invisible. She steps out one last time and disappears. The elevator door shut, open, shut, open, and then nothing. That was the last time Elisa was seen alive. After Elisa vanished, police searched the hotel but found nothing. Her belongings, wallet, laptop, and ID were still in her room, but Elisa was gone. The Cecil's guests began complaining of low water pressure. Some said the water tasted strange. 19 days after she vanished, a maintenance worker climbed to the rooftop and opened one of the hotel's massive water tanks. Inside was Elisa's body. What really happened? The official cause of death: accidental drowning. But the deeper you look, the stranger it gets. The impossible water tank. The 4 water tanks on the roof were 8 feet tall, sealed with heavy lids. To get inside, Elisa would have had to scale a ladder, lift a massive lid, and climb in, all on her own. The roof itself was locked and alarmed. Only staff had access. How did she get up there? Was she running from somewhere? In the elevator footage, Elisa looks terrified. Some believe she was being chased. Could she have fled to the rooftop to escape someone, only to meet her end there? The paranormal explanation. Some say Elisa wasn't alone. The way she moved in the footage, her bizarre hand gestures, it almost looked like she was interacting with something unseen. People believe the Cecil Hotel is cursed, that something dark and otherworldly lured Elisa to the rooftop. The government conspiracy. Here's where things get really weird. A TB outbreak swept through LA right after Elisa's death. The name of the tuberculosis test? Lam Elisa. Coincidence or something more? More than a decade later, Elisa Lam's case remains one of the creepiest unsolved mysteries in history. Her death was ruled an accident, but the missing time, the eerie footage, and the impossible details leave behind more questions than answers. Was Elisa running from someone? Was she possessed? Was she the victim of something far more sinister? Maybe we'll never know. But one thing is certain. Something terrible happened at the Cecil Hotel, and it took Elisa Lam with it.